Hi and welcome to this video about the dark web. In this video, we'll talk about what the dark web is, how it works, and the usual behaviors connected with its use, including those that are illegal and unethical. The dark web is a section of the internet that is shrouded in secrecy and frequently misunderstood. A chunk of the internet is unreachable using traditional search engines such as Google and Bing. The dark web refers to this area of the internet. To view pages on the black web, you must instead utilize specialist software, such as the Tor browser. These websites are purposely hidden from the general public's view and are only accessible to those who know how to find them. Unfortunately, the dark web has come to be associated with immoral and criminal activities such as the sale of illegal narcotics and weapons, human trafficking, cybercrime, and other sorts of illegal behavior. Although some people utilize the dark web to keep their activities hidden and to engage in lawful activities, the vast majority of the content available on the dark web is of a questionable legal or ethical nature. It is critical to remember that obtaining access to the dark web can be harmful because it exposes users to potentially illegal or hazardous content. In the coming minutes, we will go even further into the murky underbelly of the dark web and study the plethora of components that comprise this hidden section of the internet. We appreciate your decision to join us on this journey. The dark web has a long and adventurous history that is both rich and thrilling, dating back to the early days of the internet. It was envisioned as a way for people to connect with one another and share information anonymously, away from the scrutiny of governments or other groups. Many use the dark web for genuine reasons at first, such as protecting their right to privacy and defending their right to free speech. On the other side, over time, it evolved into a platform for illegal behavior as well. To gain access to the dark web, you must use specialized technology such as the Tor network and virtual private servers. The Tor network, in particular, is a crucial piece of technology that allows users to access the black web while maintaining their privacy. It accomplishes this by routing internet traffic via a network of servers, making it difficult to establish where the traffic is coming from and who the user is. The Tor network and virtual private servers, sometimes known as VPS, are commonly used to gain access to the black web. Thanks to these servers, users can surf the dark web and all of its content in a safe and anonymous atmosphere. Regrettably, the dark web is associated with a variety of unethical and unlawful activities. These activities include the sale of illegal narcotics and firearms, as well as human trafficking, cybercrime, and other illegal acts. These activities expose dark web users to significant threats and can have serious consequences for those who engage in them. Having access to the dark web comes with a variety of risks. People who use the dark web risk having their personal information stolen or otherwise compromised, and they are regularly exposed to illegal or otherwise harmful material. Utilizing the dark web exposes users to the risk of being arrested or prosecuted, in addition to the risk of financial loss. The use of the dark web may have serious consequences for individuals who engage in it. Individuals who engage in illegal operations on the dark web run the possibility of being apprehended and prosecuted, in addition to financial loss. Surfing the dark web can also have serious personal and professional consequences for those who utilize it. Despite its reputation for unethical and criminal activities, the dark web is not wholly devoid of positive traits. The use of the dark web can be fully justified for a variety of reasons, including the protection of personal information, the distribution of confidential data, and the promotion of free expression. The dark web allows users to converse and share information anonymously, without fear of censorship or retaliation. This makes it a valuable resource for journalists, activists, and others. Activists and supporters of free expression have a tremendous resource at their disposal in the form of the dark web. Because the dark web gives anonymity to its users, activists can contact with one another and share information without fear of retaliation from governments or other groups. This is especially important in countries where people's freedom of expression is restricted or where political activists face substantial risks to their physical safety. The dark web's impact on society as a whole, as well as on the internet itself, has been complex and multifaceted. On the one hand, the dark web can be used for illegal and unethical activities, which can have serious consequences for both the individuals engaged and society as a whole. On the other hand, the dark web is a potent tool for promoting privacy, free expression, and activism. It also has the ability to affect the future of the internet as well as the way people communicate and exchange information. When it comes to dealing with the illegal and unethical conduct associated with the dark web, law enforcement agencies have a variety of challenges. The anonymity provided by the dark web makes it harder for law authorities to identify and monitor anyone engaging in illegal activity. Furthermore, the technical aspects of the dark web might create significant challenges to law enforcement. law enforcement agencies employ a wide range of techniques to monitor and investigate activities on the dark web. These approaches include the use of specialist software, the deployment of undercover personnel, and the use of intelligence obtained from persons and organizations. Furthermore, government agencies dealing with law enforcement work closely with overseas partners to share information and coordinate measures to fight dark web activity. The arrest and conviction of individuals engaged in illegal operations on the dark web are two instances of victories by law enforcement authorities in their fight against dark web activity. Despite this, law enforcement continues to find the dark web to be a tough environment, and the tools available to them to combat dark web activities are limited. Despite these challenges, law enforcement agencies continue to work hard to identify and prosecute anyone involved in illegal activities on the dark web. The dark web is constantly evolving, and a rising number of emerging topics are having a substantial impact on its future direction. The dark web is continually evolving and adapting, incorporating new forms of unlawful and unethical activity as well as new technology that increase users' anonymity and security. The dark web has a lot of space for expansion and development in the next years. There is a considerable likelihood that relatively new technologies like blockchain and other decentralized platforms will have a substantial impact on the future of the dark web. Changes in people's attitudes on the value of privacy and safety may potentially have a significant impact on the future development of the dark web. The dark web presents users with a number of challenges as well as opportunities. On the one hand, the illegal and unethical activities associated with the dark web pose significant threats to individuals as well as society as a whole. In contrast, the dark web is a platform that promotes secrecy, free expression, and activism. It also has the potential to change the internet's future and the way we communicate and share information with one another. Throughout this video, we've addressed several facets of the dark web, such as its origins and evolution, as well as the advantages and disadvantages of using it. We've also discussed the obstacles that law enforcement organizations have when attempting to counteract actions on the dark web, as well as the prospect that the dark web will evolve and alter in the future. Because of the numerous hazards and perils inherent in this area of the internet, it is critical that people have a clear grasp of the potential consequences of gaining access to the dark web. It is critical to exercise extreme caution whenever you enter the dark web and to take proactive actions to protect your privacy and safety while online. To summarize, the dark web is a part of the internet that is famously difficult to understand due to its complexities. We can help to the building of a better and more secure online environment for everyone by increasing people's awareness of the dark web and the hazards associated with accessing it. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video about the dark web, and we hope you found it both enlightening and instructive.